Everyone says if you're popular, you can date whoever you want, but that's not exactly true. If you're popular, millions of people are watching what you're doing, and if you want to keep your relationship private, then dating becomes very problematic. Billie has never wanted to advertise her relationship. She had very few boyfriends, but she did. There were good moments and very bad and ugly ones that she wanted to forget. It's not quite clear who Billie dated as a teenager or if she had any boyfriends, but you definitely heard about this guy because Billie introduced him in a really, really effective way.
This song is dedicated to Henry Whitfield.
Henry Whitfield wasn't so much Billie Eilish's boyfriend, but when she was 17, she did go on a date to the movies with him. Yes, Henry was Billie Eilish's first kiss. However, the kiss was probably one she wishes she couldn't remember. It looks to have left Billie hurt as she mentioned Henry in public a fair few times. Introducing a song, Billie spoke at a concert in 2018 and said, 2 years ago, the day before Valentine's Day, we went to the roof and we sat there and kissed.
So we went to the roof, we sat there, and we kissed.
She added that Henry said that the kiss wasn't as magical as what he'd imagined.
Right after we kissed, he says, wow, that was really not as magical at all as I thought.
Yeah, Billie definitely gave this guy some good publicity. And of course, he did a terrible thing. Couldn't he have just kept his mouth shut? However, Billie had already gotten even with him more than once for his stupid words. Speaking on Howard Stern in 2019 alongside her brother, Billie said of Henry, "Dude is hella ugly now."
Dude is hella ugly now.
You know what? Right. Good.
Now that's hilarious. Henry can be found on Instagram with around 26,000 followers. By the looks of things, Henry is an outdoorsy person and loves animals. He often takes to IG to share photos of dogs, cats, and horses. Whoever Henry became in this life, now he will probably always be associated with something like this. Henry was not officially Billie's boyfriend, but Brandon Quentin Adams, aka Q, was.
Why you look so goddamn good?
Besides, he appeared in the documentary The World's a Little Blurry, and he is the only guy Billie didn't hide her relationship with.
I love you. Love you too. Go.
Fans used to think they were just friends, but after the release of the documentary, everything became much clearer. Thanks to everything Billie revealed, fans also got to understand that in a competition for the world's best boyfriend, Q would have never won. There wasn't much footage of them being together on the documentary because Q was absent most of the time, even though she wanted him to be around.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
For instance, Singer said that while she was backstage at her February 2019 concert in Paris, she felt lonely and miserable because Q was nowhere to be found. And to make matters worse, it was on Valentine's Day. Then, 2 months later, Billie lamented about his absence during preparations for her 2019 Coachella performance. After the performance, which Billie didn't like, she spoke to Q on the phone and asked if he could go see her, to which he replied, "I'll try." However, it seems like he didn't try hard enough because they just broke up.
Can't you see me? What do you mean try?
Judging from the movie, Billie was really in love with Q, but he was hardly. Even when they were together, there was absolutely no sense of it on his part. According to fans, Billie dished about her relationship in some of the songs on the album Happier Than Ever. Allegedly, one of the songs in which Billie called out her ex is I Didn't Change My Number. The track is about her moving on from someone who hurt her, even though she said she didn't change her number to avoid that person. The chorus of the song gives it away with the lyrics, I should have left when Drew said you were bad news. That's a clear indication that Billie's friend knew that Q was not good for her and advised against dating him.
I miss you, I miss you, I miss you.
The other song fans think Billie wrote about him is Lost Cause. In the song, the singer shows no mercy by pointing out that Q didn't have a job and was a lost cause from the start. For a long time, even before the release of the film, Billie kept her relationship very private. In an interview with Vogue in February 2020, she talked about why she was so secretive about her love life. The singer said she was in a relationship with someone who treated her poorly, contributing to her depression. Then in an interview with Capital Breakfast in September 2020, she gave another reason and said, "I've had relationships and kept them private. And even the ones that I've had, with the tiny amount that I've let the world see, I regret. I think about the people that have made their relationships public and then they break up. And it's like, what if it goes bad?" All in all, this whole relationship is nothing but pain. Billie was in love, but he was not. There was no mutual love, and the fact that they broke up was for the best for Billie. Don't you agree?
He's gone. He's gone.
After his breakup with Billie Eilish, Brandon Q has disappeared from social media. Brandon Q has turned off the comment section on all his social media, including Instagram and YouTube. And although his Instagram account has earned more than 50,000 followers, the last time he posted something was in January 2021. After his breakup with Billie, fans of the singer have been attacking him, so it's not a surprise that he has kept a low profile.
Circumstance.
In short, it's not clear what he does, but it looks like Billie Eilish is the highlight of his rather faded career. But he could have been more or less on his toes and things would have been different. But it's a good thing it is. We're all for Billie, after all.
I don't think you should be in a relationship super excited about certain things that the other person couldn't care less about. I don't think that's fair to you.
There's another guy that there's not much information about, but it looks like this relationship is much rosier than the one with Q. Matthew Tyle Vorse is an actor based in Los Angeles who is rumored to be Billie's boyfriend. His age is unclear, although the photo agency that captured him and Billie together reports he's 29. He has done theater work since 2013 and voice work in the past. Vorse is an actor living in LA, but it doesn't look like he's made it big just yet. Eilish's beau has only 8 credits to his name according to his IMDb, and just entered pre-production for a new project titled The Curse of Frank Sinatra. The self-described actor, writer, degenerate has been dating the bad guy songstress since early 2021. Billie and Matthew were seen together in April when they were photographed walking Billie's pit bull, Shark, and grabbing coffee. Photos were snapped of the Billie cozying up to Matthew Tyler Vorse in Santa Barbara in October 2021, and since then the pair have been pretty much inseparable. At least, that's what a partygoer told Page 6 after seeing Billie and Matthew at Doja Cat's 26th costume birthday party in Los Angeles.
Hey, good luck. I love you.
The source told the outlet that Billie and Matthew kept close to each other the whole night and never left each other's side, which also mentioning that the pair were inseparable, sharing kisses.
Where you at, Dave?
How you doing, Billie?
You like my
How you
costume?
doing? I love your costume.
Thank you.
So this relationship seems to go on. Billie doesn't want to talk about it, but it's for the best. The main thing is that she's doing well, because she deserves better treatment and real love.